Oh,
like,
did?
That made me happy. Oh, let's talk about this. What really made me happy.
What?
Today, we pulled a prank on my friend Seth.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, yeah. And now you can talk about it.
It's probably the best prank I've ever pulled on anyone, in my opinion. We have this scary mask that we've been pranking people with, and it's just a scary mask, and everyone knows that it's a mask. And I told Seth, hey man, I want to do this bit. It's like a dream sequence where you make out with the mask guy, and it just looks like you're dreaming and you're making out with an old man, because the mask makes you look like an old man. And I'm like, Corinna's going to be in it, and Corinna's a girl in my vlogs, and he thinks Corinna's really attractive. So
Corinna's kind of like the hot girl in David's vlogs.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, I'm totally down. And I'm like, yeah, Seth, just don't hold back. You can make out as much as you want, have as much tongue as you want, just keep kissing her. But what Seth didn't know is that I replaced Corinna with Jason. So Jason was under the mask, and everyone in the room's like, this isn't gonna work.
Everyone doubted you. Yeah.
Everyone, Brandon, Corinna, like, this isn't gonna work. This is stupid
because of the size difference.
Because of the size
I'm about
difference.
6 feet, and Corinna's about 5'6".
And then the bit starts going, and Seth is there sitting on the couch. Jason walks in as Corinna. He's not speaking, obviously. Sits next to her. Seth leans in, and as he's leaning in, I'm like, fuck yeah, I got it. It's game over. It's in the bag.
I sit down, I put my hand on Seth's knee, and I put my hand behind his back and start rubbing his back and squeezing his knee. And then he
just leans in and just goes at it.
I slip him the tongue first.
Like with tongue, they start making out. And at this point, we're like 5 seconds in, and I'm like, this is it. This is what I wanted. I got what I wanted. I'm out. Like, we can end this. And I'm like, Seth, like, I'm ready to tell him.
He's coming now. He's coming into my mouth with his tongue so hard.
You can tell his tongue is.
Did he grab my ass?
He grabbed your ass. He grabs Jason's ass because he thinks it's Corinna. At this point, the poor dude probably has a boner. And he's really making out with Jason. And I'm like, Seth. And I'm trying to get him to stop, but he thinks it's part of the bit. And he keeps going for 25 seconds. Literally, I'm not over-exaggerating. It's in the vlog. 25 seconds making out with this guy. And I'm like, I think I looked up to the ceiling, and I'm like, God, what did I do to deserve such beauty?
And I'm sitting there going, David, call it, please. Please, just call it, David. Bring Corinna in. Jason, it's going on, and it is so aggressive. Like,
they're making out like super aggressive, and then I call Corinna into the room, and Corinna's standing right next to me, and then I'm like, Seth. And then Seth finally lets up after 25 seconds of making out with Jason, and he sees Corinna, and he just fucking loses it.
Yeah, it was great.
It was my favorite thing.
You can't fake that. You know,
it
wouldn't be something you could ever fake.
It was so perfect, and I feel so bad, and it's awful because poor guy had to go through that. And his friends are probably going to chew him out for that for the next, 3-5 years of his life.
Well, as Seth tells it, the homosexuality is not so accepted in where he comes from.
Seth's from Compton.
Dudes kissing dudes is not so accepted.
Seth's from Compton, so it's like the perfect...
At least straight dudes kissing straight dudes.
Literally the perfect setup. Like a guy from Compton, and I made him make out with another older man.
It's good for Seth.
Seconds.
Yeah. It gets him some airtime, and
Seth was really
gets him initiated into the vlog.
He was as angry as he could have been, but he really couldn't because he was just like, okay, you got me.
He handled it really well. He gave it up. He was like, I don't know what to say. That was great.
100%. That had to be one of my favorite pranks. It just worked.
When you told me Jack's hand was cut open because Heath was throwing dishes. When I found out, I was like, shit, that was good. You got me.
Yeah. No, I love the making out pranks.
You gotta give it up when you give it up.
No, it was great. But yeah, that's all the time we have for today, guys.